Hey guys, Master Whitfield, Peak Performance. Got Master Rego here. We're going to talk about the fight this weekend. Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje at UFC 254 in United Arab Emirates. So we're going to talk about some key points for both of them real quick. So Justin Gaethje, super good striker, super strong leg kicks. Doesn't throw too many calves. He usually goes to the quad here, so he'll kind of go to the quad a lot. But super tough kicks. That is something he's kind of developed over the last probably 5 or 6 years. He was actually known as a really good, I think, All-American wrestler. So if he's an All-American wrestler, but this is the weird part, he doesn't use a lot of takedowns when he's in the fight. He uses a lot of more just defensive wrestling. So when Justin Gaethje is attacking, he is what we call a pressure fighter. So if you step back a little bit, and he's one of those guys, he doesn't care about getting, he's always in a war. So you're coming forward, just throwing punches, and this is what he likes, just keep walking me down. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's just going to walk this guy down. Here's the issue. Khabib, some of the best takedown percentages in all of UFC. So if he's coming forward, punches, he's going to have an easy single leg that he has. He has a pretty good double, but his single leg is pretty elite. And that's in the middle of the cage. We were talking about this earlier about the middle of the cage, like the percentages and all that stuff. For Khabib, that middle of the cage, what happens is the people are just able to scramble a little more. So if you go down, if I take you down, he goes down, boom, you take me down, I'm going to take me down, boom, he falls down, we go down, we're down on the ground. What happens is the person on the bottom, it's a lot easier to use their hips to move. But what happens is, when he gets me up against the cage, he's pushing me and shouldering me and holding, look, he's using the cage as the weapon, as the wedge. So it's really hard. He's driving his shoulder in. So that's why Khabib is super good and super technical when it gets to the cage. He knows how to use that cage really well. He will, and what happens is the person on the bottom, it's really hard to do submissions when your back is up against the cage. Gaethje is not going to submit him. Khabib is a way better grappler as far as when submissions come. I don't think Gaethje has any submissions. He just wants to knock you out. So now when we go to Khabib once again, we just looked at his weight. He struggles to cut weight. We talked about it before. That's usually not a super big issue for him. He can go, he's been going 5 rounds. He's been doing 5 rounds for like 3 or 4 years. That's how long he's been the champ. So he's used to 5-round grinds. Now, Justin Gaethje, on the other hand, the last fight he was in was with Tony Ferguson. It was short notice. He did a super good job, and he really peppered Tony Ferguson a lot and really made him tired and sore. So I think by the fifth round didn't come out. I think the ref kind of threw in the towel. But Tony Ferguson is a way different. Tony Ferguson is a pressure fighter as well. So you have 2 pressure fighters. Who's going to win? Gaethje won that round. Gaethje won that. So I believe it's going to come down to how Khabib enters with his strikes. Khabib striking has shot through the roof. Just through the roof recently. Recently, like I said, on that one fight, probably a couple years ago, he dropped Conor. And then when he fought Poirier, striking was super good. Poirier, if you watch what Khabib does to you when he uses his strikes, when he went in to fight Poirier, by about the 3rd or 4th round, in the corner, he's talking to his coach going, I can't keep him off of me. I just can't keep him off of me. And that's what it is. I can't keep him off of me. He's always there. And he's always adding that pressure. So what this is going to come down to, can Khabib use his strikes effectively, not get leg kicked too much? So if those leg kicks happen, but it's not going to happen. If those leg kick, boom. He's waiting for that, man. Do you think he hasn't trained for that? Of course he's trained for that. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be Gaethje's downfall. So I've said 4th round, I think Khabib is going to get him up a cage. Justin's going to try to, so he's down, go down to your knees. Yep. Justin Gaethje is going to try to force the stand up. He's going to sink the choke in, and he's going to end it right here. Very similar to what Conor did. If you watch that fight, Conor, that's exactly the way it ended. One knee, hook, called it, 4th round rear naked choke. Khabib, We'll see you guys.